here in dark, sometimes called medium stone, dark gray, 1x10 light. Anyways, what we're going to do here is we're working on 2003 UCS set. I got my instructions up here because the book, frankly, is heavy and it's large. It takes up most of this little table I'm working on. I'm going to back off a little bit here so you can see the frame of this thing. I am still searching out some of the pieces. Yeah, missed a few pieces. On a fun note, found out my Brooks separator here. Hey there. Matches the door, almost. It's kind of crazy. I didn't realize it did. Okay. This is a pretty redundant build. Basically, going to take one of these, stick a 1x2 grill piece on the end, and if these are assembled, it doesn't look like it. Huh. Well, shoot. Maybe I have more of these than I thought I did. Basically, we want this little piece here. Here we are. One by one modified. Goes down like so, and slip this piece on here. It's a little goblet piece or chalice mold from years ago. Put a little cone piece here, 1x. A modified clip. Put the little spigot piece here, and several Lego sets over the years have been noted for having kind of redundant, repetitive steps. Someone made a comment about the Colosseum. If I thought this was bad, the Colosseum, don't even think about it. And you do this 16 times per side. I've done 16 already, so we'll be doing 32 total. And ironically, if you're looking at this build from my side, they attach, don't want to drop it and break it on the floor, right? They attach on little blue studs, like so. And actually it works. Now they just maintain the same on the other side, so it just repeats, but it actually is not a bad greebling. You know, I'm tired. Sorry. And as I find a few missing bricks here and there, towels and stuff, I'll go ahead and assemble them on this build. Lots of towels on top. Another 1x6. But I got a lot of requests about going live on this build. It's, I think, highly boring probably, but that's okay. I thought I'd at least put some of this on live. This is my first UCS of this size. The TIE Fighter, and I mean physically of this size as well. The TIE Fighter was very intricate, but so considerably smaller, and yeah, was a different experience. I built that one actually in one setting, which looking back, I mean, obviously I could do that with this too, but I thought I had other things going on, so we're kind of balancing, you know, balancing life and balancing this thing. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there's actually a slightly shorter one that goes in between here, but I got to put the rest of these little magnet holders on first, so I'm not going to worry about that just yet. I don't know if I have all my clip pieces out. I'm still kind of searching for some of my pieces. Sometimes when you're building large sets or sets that might be missing a few pieces, sometimes it's not a bad technique to take a known part or a known assembly that you have to do and build it just to kind of see, you know, kind of reduce the number of pieces. Sometimes on used sets, I don't think it's intentional, but you may end up with a situation where you have multiple pieces, like one grab bag I got from a guy on eBay. I don't believe he did it intentionally because he actually lost money because of it. But as I'm building this, starting to kind of inventory the set, I'm going, there's just way too much here. It's just way too much here. It doesn't even make sense. So you know what? I'm just going to build the legs. Well, I built 4 legs. And then I had enough to build a 5th leg. And then most of a 6th leg. I found some internal chassis parts and some build parts. And I was like, wow. You know, there was basically a third to maybe close to half of another walker in there. So he definitely lost money. Now, ultimately, that walker, I completed it. And that's not really the ideal way when you don't even really particularly, when you weren't looking to get an extra one of those sets and now you have one. Sometimes it can be extremely expensive to piece something like that together. And the reason is simple. Postage. Because let's just say you were building this set right here. And let's just say you were short. The whole set is there, over 3,000 pieces. But maybe you're just short a couple of spigot pieces. And you're like, okay. God, they're only like 7 cents each. Get them off of Bricklink. Okay. We do your Bricklink thing, and okay. And then you get hit with the shipping as it goes to checkout, and you roll. Oh, how much shipping? $26. Yeah. So yeah, if you buy like an incomplete set that's only missing, quote, a few pieces, and just a couple of those pieces are kind of exclusive, when I came from France or something, or Germany, or Denmark, home of Lego, you might be in for a bit of a shock. That's all I can say. Bit of a shock. But it's okay. Now that's where I really pause this side about Lego, especially about Lego, comes in. Above all the other restorations that you could be doing for toys and play sets. You might go to a garage sale or a rummage sale, perhaps, and you may see a bunch of little bits and pieces. And you don't really even need any of those pieces, but over the years you may find that that box, that batch of parts, yields more pieces than you ever thought you'd need. Now, a lot of times I'll dig through it, and I'll, after they're cleaned, washed, and clean them up, I may sort out like minifigures that I really, really do not want, or they're named characters, and maybe they're not particularly valuable, and I've got a bunch of them. I'm willing to flip them cheap and fast on eBay, and get my money back for the set. Like our most recent purchase, I think we picked up a batch of parts for like $75, and it's equivalent of about 1.5 5-gallon buckets. Anyways, there was enough minifigs in there. Nothing crazy. Nothing really wild. But they were decent. They were okay. And those figures, I believe we got $45 back, like right away. Then there were some bricks and plates that I really knew I would not need because they were pink and they didn't go for very much. I got like $9, but that's okay. $9 is $9. And then there was some other stuff. And long story short, in a very short period of time, we got back a little over $100. So at that point, not saying I recommend this, but I could sit down on my behind and not worry about where the rest of the money is coming from, because we made our money back. And every other part I have in there now is a bonus. And with those bonus parts, well, those are now extra parts for sets in the future. So sometimes that's a good way to do it, and a lot of times those places, they do not want you digging in those buckets. They don't want you looking at the pieces. So what you might do is you might glance and go, yeah, I see the red snake. I see 3002 dark blue. I see this, I see that. Oh, weight of the bag, this and that. I see some minifigures. It's worth at least $45 right now plus shipping. Am I okay? Would I pay $40 for the rest of these? Because you may not be able to get your money back. And if you are or you're not, we can negotiate a price. It's all good. It's all part of the game. But yeah, we're just going to build in this this UCS set here and just see how it goes, and put out this live stream that people did ask me if I could live stream it. And I realize that it's kind of odd. I'm live streaming on a Tuesday, same time as normal, but it's not what I'm usually. I don't usually live stream on the weekdays. I just have me off for Thanksgiving. Actually, I think I've already mentioned this a few times, but I had some leave left over, and it's use it or lose it. It is paid time, and if you lose it, you don't get the paid money either, because you have to take so much. And then if you have any that you haven't used, it's actually cashable. Talk about a secret place you can get Lego money from. But anyways, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 more, right? Is that right? No. 7 more. Well, that's not so bad, is it? Sure it is. But yeah, this is a bit repetitious, this part. It's not like horrible, but it's not the best either. But really want to say a big thank you to the community out there. Growth in subscribers and comments. Definitely want to put a short video out talking about where to buy Lego pieces and stuff. I've seen a good, well done video talking about other sources, especially for like custom clones, and that's a whole separate area. And I know there are some strong opinions about that. It's like getting on some of the forums and talking about our motorcycles too fast, our electric cars too fast. Should they bring back New Coke? You can start a fire at almost any subject, but I believe that. I hate to say it like this, but all arguments on Lego, whether you're buying fake or Lepin or knockoffs, Mega Bloks, different brands, I think everyone does have a valuable point. And I think that there is value in hearing other people's opinions. Now, you may consider the opinion carefully, think about, weigh it out, and go, no, that's not for me. That's fine. That's good. That's part of what keeps you on edge and keeps you doing what's right, maybe, or at least becoming someone who's aware of what's going on around you. Then you're not shocked when you go, what do you mean they stopped making this piece? Or where do you get this piece from? But as I resell sets, I can't substitute something and I sell it 100% genuine. And unfortunately, that forces me sometimes to do things that even I think is a little bit like, let's just pick on this piece here. This is an internal part that you'll never see. It's a brittle blue. But Lego makes this in other colors, light gray and red too. I think yellow maybe. So if I was just building a set and I'm never going to let it go, it's mine forever. I'm okay. I'm down with putting a yellow piece where blue one's supposed to be, as long as you don't see it. But if I'm reselling it, any chance for reselling it, I think about weird stuff like even, when I'm gone, if someone resells this and someone pays a lot of money for it, I really want to make sure I'm not part of the reason someone gets scammed out of their money. I mean, people, at least I'm sure I'm not alone when I say this, we love Lego for different reasons. And we don't want to scam anyone. We don't want anyone to feel cheated or ripped off. Same thing with shoes. I mean, I use authentication, even reselling stuff from like the thrift stores. And so far from the thrift stores, I haven't accidentally been nailed anybody with something that was fake. Because I would get hit, it would get kicked out. But yeah, and sometimes I've gone, God, I got those things for almost nothing, and now they got to go to authentication. It's extra cost, but hey, someone is paying money on that end, and even if they're not paying a lot, they want the real thing, and I get it. I understand it. I respect it, and I want to help be part of them getting the real thing. I don't want them getting scammed. I remember, I don't want to be part of that. But yeah, Lego is a very great hobby, and the other day I even took some of my own advice. I'm like, you know what? I'm seeing patches of gray figures and gray pieces in front of my eyes. Time for a break. And what I do, I went and made a video on the other channel, but that's still a break. Video game, it literally might seem funny to watch someone maybe doing a Lego set, and I need to take a break from this and go and play a video game featuring Lego Star Wars. But I get it, it's a break. Speaking of which, a lot of people will ask me about if I want to do a video game, and I am kind of looking at some of the games out there. I do have the newest game console I currently own. Well, thank you. The newest game console I have is Nintendo Switch. I do have an old Xbox 360. 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. 4 more of these. I got one. These are starting to hard to find in the old baggie now, but that's okay though. But yeah, it's Lego's a great space. It's a great hobby, and this space on YouTube is a great community. I appreciate everyone out there, and I do know that this time of day is pretty rough for probably anyone with a normal schedule to watch or be part of. I've heard it before. I even heard it from someone across the pond, and they literally said, wow, you put up your stream so late that sometimes I can catch part of it, and I'm across the pond from you. And I'm like, yeah, well, this is Alaska. We're on a separate time zone up here, and as a result, well, oh my goodness, yes, gray plastic in front of my eyes. Oh, that was the end of the dryer. That's good. Dryer's cool, but actually dryer's good. Now, I have got 2 short ones in the front part. On 1x6s. I guess I could build those while I'm just sitting here. That's a little simpler build. They go one behind the other ones. Let's see. They got modified clip. They got this. They got a spigot part. Oops. And we have a little shelf piece here. And this is the shorter greebling piece. Actually, the way this goes, it goes sort of like this on the front part. And then the smaller ones. That's fine. That'll be just fine. Oh my goodness, yeah. Built 2 of these old triangles and put them together. I know I was looking at online, looking at that big old Death Star 2. That's an impressive looking build. It really is. There's just no other word for it. It just looks wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have 3 more. I'll see one right here. And I'll start running short of pieces to build these with here in a moment. We shall see what we shall see. But yeah, it's a nice peaceful. It's cold outside. Oh, hey, thank you. Appreciate the drop by. Thank you for the compliment. That means a lot. Love the support from y'all. Really, really do. But yeah, I just like to do Lego sets, and I got the smaller Superstar Destroyer set a while back because I wanted to see if one I could even handle putting together a mostly gray wedge. No hate on the Star Destroyers, but a friend of mine was showing someone who was not really a Lego or Star Wars fan his wish list with Star Destroyers and Vendor and stuff, and she's like, "Oh, it's a really cool gray wedges." And I'm standing behind him. He wanted to see my face. I'm thinking, well, that's one way to put it. I mean, can't really argue that, but nah. I enjoy Lego and I like the builds, and it's just kind of cool. I mean, like, if you could sit and experience every Lego set, whether you had a place to put them or not, or the money to buy them, I'm not talking about that. Just the experience of actually going, yeah, I remember cutting open that kind of bag, or I remember these old numbered bags, or I remember the non-numbered bags with the just the sort of the ventilation holes in them. That's a pretty cool experience to have, really cool. And sometimes at the end of the day, that's what our memories are. That's what we have. Maybe the gray plastic is something, but it's like the old style, light gray versus a dark gray. It's just cool. I'm just going to do a shorter stream tonight because mostly I said I would do a stream and said I would put this content out. I know I didn't really expect anybody to be here because I don't usually do a stream on a weekday. But that's okay. If I say I want to do something, I will honestly try to do it. Even though Yoda says, there is no try, do or do not. But, oh, I need to go find another one of those pieces. I won't be able to finish this one. It looks like I have more spigots than I need on this particular run. That's okay. I'm sure the screaming will be appearing in other parts of the ship. Yeah, a 1x with the modified piece. I don't see another one. Interesting. So I need to get one for this one here. Okay. Well, that's all right. I do need more of these out. So there are magnets for holding the set together. So I'll leave this goblet thing out. Oh, I got one. Yes, there it is. This goes here, like so. Creates almost a flashlight look. Actually, if you ask me, it's kind of cool. Take my hat off to Lego designers that sat down and designed all this stuff from movies or from the artwork from the movies or even the specs from the movie comes themselves. And yes, I have noticed over the years, it's obvious that some designers pay more attention. Maybe they're actually Star Wars fans, or maybe they actually just sat and watched the movie. But I'm definitely starting to enjoy getting into doing attempts at mocks, and it's a lot of fun. But, like I saw that CIS, and obviously I have Lego models to borrow ideas from, but Google's been a wealth of information, sitting watching the Clone Wars and did my own little recolor. Just one piece is off, that's all. I don't think that's too bad. I need to look into more why that one piece doesn't match out. But that's all right. Oops, come back here. There we are. Now can roll this back to an earlier part. The instructions, I love these iPad instructions. These actually work really good. Oh. Is that right? Oh, I still missed this 1x1 here. Uh-oh. Says I need 10 of those. Well, I guess I better leave it there. I got one. Put these 3 in the very beginning part. 2, 3, and then 1 behind it. 4, and then 5 back in here somewhere. Here's the 5th one. Gotta get more from the other side. Uh-oh. Oh. Yeah, I haven't unpacked all my bags yet. I've been kind of sorting back and forth a little bit. It's all good though, it's fun. So 3 back, 4th in there. I need to get one more of these little pegs. Might be one in there. I'll let it run to about half an hour or so. I'll let it run to about half an hour on the live. And I found it awesome. Sometimes it's fun sometimes it's fun just to look around for something so basic and make sure that the original one from the original set's here before you go up and rip open your parts. Start looking for stuff. That's loud, isn't it? The clatter of plastic Lego pieces. Some pieces just make more noise than others. I find that the bricks are quite loud, but these long pieces like this, they really clatter. They really do. Ever try to put a Lego set together while somebody's sleeping without waking them up, without getting them freaked out at you? Challenge. Now that's the kind of YouTube challenge somebody should put out. The 3 AM challenge. Of building a Lego UCS set without waking anybody up, without getting the dog to bark or anything, The 3 more of those. Okay, 1 more of those. It's hard to grab these parts without dumping a bag and grabbing 2 of the pieces. Okay, is that the next? Oh, that's my next things for putting in my modules. That's right. I'll do those in a minute. Maybe I won't. This is a great set, though. I do like this. I really am having a blast doing this. UCS sets are so much fun, and the end result is really nice too. We're almost there to the end of a live stream. The end of an era. Let's see. Let me set these pieces over here. Set this one here. These are my 2 short ones. So it almost looks like a little, I don't know, like a little fleet or something. It's kind of weird. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. All right, we got them all. We got them all. That's cool. I don't know where I picked up a taste for Diet Coke, but I just like the flavor of it. I confess. These are all done. These bracelets are all in. Plates are all here. Here it is if you want to see it. Basically, I'm building 2 of these, and the greebling is down the side. And now I've got to just tie the end up here, but that'll be done shortly. Maybe I'll be jumping onto something else because I can feel my attention starting to wane. And I really appreciate everybody who dropped by tonight. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm going to get back into sorting this mess out, these bags out, doing the greatest hobby, greatest sets. Y'all take care. Till next time. Good night and ciao.